certain if you
Because he can
accept that.
handle it. That's
And
why.
that's the cards that I've been dealt with in life. So the whole thing about me when I was all the way to I was born to I was until I was 17. When I was 17, that's when I woke up. But all that, the whole entire time, it was just a storyline. I was never
Was it
a bad.
incarceration? Was it
I was-
incarceration?
I'm about to get there.
It was okay.
I was never a bad person. Never a bad person. I always looked at things, and I have it tatted on my leg. It says everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that I kept going in and out of jail, but I was lost. I was confused. And the same way how I get money, I used to go and you know, do the bad stuff. I ain't gonna say too much, but you know, go to houses, cars, whatever I could get my hands on to get some money. Right?
Right.
That's what I was doing. But then when I finally I had to sit down and do some real time, I was in denial for the first 2 months, and then I finally called my mom. I completely was pleading. I had my deuces up. I let God get on me. I finally stopped.
So you went through your ego death.
Right. I went through a lot of them. I finally stopped. Yeah, I finally stopped, and then I was like, okay, let me actually change it up a little bit. And then I called my mom, and I noticed the vibe was different, and I started. I was locked up, and I started looking at things differently. I told her on the phone.
Hold on. You guys stop being negative. If you can't receive it, just leave. It's that simple. This isn't for everybody.
If you guys don't like this conversation, you guys can leave. But this is why I don't like talking like this on publicly. I'll talk like this privately. But anyway, so I told my mom on the phone. I said, "Hey, listen." She was expecting me to cuss her out, because she was testifying. She was testifying against me at court. I was getting testified. I was getting testified with street unit. The guys that wore the long sleeve black tees going to court with folders saying I'm a menace inside of me and my brother, and with the green cargo pants with the little strap right here. Yeah, them boys, the jump out boys didn't play. They came to court. So I was getting testified by a group of people, right? And I finally got sentenced, and then I called my mom. She thought I was gonna yell at her, this and that. I said, you know what? I said, I'm not mad at you. I said everything happens for a reason. I hang up the phone. I didn't say nothing. I just kept it right there. Time went by. Out of nowhere, that's when I had to go to a real maximum security prison. You feel me? In juvenile, shackled up in a van, came out that thing. There was rappers there, Hot Boy, Wham, all that. When I came out, it was like whole gladiator school. You feel me? People looking at me. I'm the only light-skinned one there. Everybody was, you feel me? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fight. I was thinking about escaping. It was that bad. And you can't escape, because you escape, then you're gonna do 14 years. So, but that's the thing. I was in that predicament when I got in there. I didn't talk for 2 weeks, depressed in bed. I had a correction officer come in the thing and said, hey, you need to socialize to get your points so you can have good behavior, so you can get out of here earlier, or your time's gonna get added. So I had to socialize with them. So I finally went out. I started socializing, and I couldn't click with them. And then out of nowhere, you feel me? Everybody just started looking at me like crazy, like I'm you feel me? Like I'm a deer in headlights.
That's crazy.
Like I'm a deer in headlights, and I'm like, they're all thinking I'm a rapper. Mind you, I wasn't even trying to be a rapper at this time. I was trying to be the streets, homie. And they're all and this is me when I'm locked up with Hot Boy and everything. He was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm a rapper, not that. You look famous. You look like this. Then I finally just sat down. I'm like, wait a minute, I never thought like this. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? See, when you're in there, they try to get you set. So when you get conditional release and you get out, right, they try to put you with jobs, 9 to 5. Try to get jobs because you're on probation, whatever, so you can complete it and do good for society, right?
Yeah, correct.
I told myself every time we would have those 2-hour conferences, I said I don't want no job. I wouldn't tell it to them. That's when I started realizing, wait a minute, I could be big. You know what I'm saying? My life's been a movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my life's been a movie. I'm like, maybe, what if I turn something, remember, capitalize. What if I turn something, you know what I'm saying? If I could be in the streets and jack this and jack that and jack that, why can't I be a rapper? And these jits in here saying I look like a rapper. But every time every time I walk into a new mod, everyone would look at me like I'm crazy. And it's not because they'll look at me like I'm crazy. It's because, man, you look famous. You look like this. Okay. I had a few little tattoos, whatever. So I came out. I blasted my whole body. Because if I got attention with not that many tattoos, right? Imagine if I would have inked myself more.
I get it.
Yeah, if I would have inked myself more. So that's when, and then when my brother, he came out 2 months after me because he caught time, right? He caught 60 days extra. When he came out,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I came up to his face and I looked at him like this. I cried in front of his face. I looked him in his eyeballs. I said, hey, listen, bro, this life ain't it, homie. Like, you know what I mean? And I looked at him and I said, bro, we gotta be rappers, man. And he was all lost because he was institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had to teach my brother how to move. Like, again, bro, he came out different. They scamped his head.
I get it.
They scamped his head ball. See, when I was in there, I was thumping with rappers. You know what I'm saying? So I was chilling, and I had long curly hair. So I was a pretty boy.
I get it. You think he's? I don't even want to talk on that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so you get what I'm saying, right? So he was institutionalized. So I came up to him and I said, hey, we need to be rappers. We're twins. We can do it. Let's just do it. And he was like a little lost. Like, you think so? And I'm like, what did you think? You think about getting a job?
Because that always wanted to rap though.
He was the one that actually always wanted to rap even before the program. I don't know if you guys know this, but before this whole before I got locked up, like, and did the 2 years with him, well, almost 2 years. I did complete 2 years, but I got out earlier, right? He actually was the one. He had all the girls. He had more clout than me. He had more clout than me. He had it all. Then when he went in there, he got institutionalized. He came out. Then I was the one that was kind of. Huh?
You just changed something in my head. I get it now a little bit. Why he's so triggered so easily and shit, like quick to the fan and stuff. I get it.
Yeah, so you get it, right?
It's not, for anybody trying to. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. That's not what that means. It's just something that happens when you're locked up for a long time.
So before we went to jail, I was very low key. I want to say I was more sneakier than Red. He was more outgoing, more talkative. He had more friends. I was sneaky. I was a type I wouldn't talk. I didn't listen. I had to train myself to start talking. I never liked socializing, even at school. I didn't like Red did. I didn't. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was the type of guy I would sneak and I would skip school and now be in somebody's like that. Red was more like, you feel me, like more outgoing, like you would know if he did something. You know what I'm saying? So and I was the first one to go to juvenile, but yes, I was bad. I had more charges, but now Red got more adult charges than me. But that don't matter. But yeah. So Red was the one with the clout thing. So he kind of like imprinted in my head, was like, wait a minute, if we get a little bit of clout like this, because I had clout too. If we could get clout like this, I'm like, wait a minute. So let's take it to the next step. You know, instead of being locally known in the city and stuff like that, let's take it to the next step. And that's exactly what I did. And I was ready to do anything. When I tatted my face, I said there's two options. I said,
bro, it's hard. You're saying a lot. It's hard.
When I tatted my face, I said I had two options. Right? I tatted the middle of my forehead at 17 years old. I had two options. I said it's either I'm gonna be in the streets and serve that or it's either I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna try really hard to make it. I'm gonna do anything I could to make it. And I guess it worked out. But you feel me? And that's it. But that's why when people be trying me on the internet, they're trying to say, they be saying, oh, you're not like that. You're not like the family. I don't think you're saying. I'm not trying to portray like I'm like that. I used to be like that.
I used to be like that, right?
I used to be like that. And the thing is that if I want to be like that right now, I could. But why would I do that if I'm making digital cash? You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, don't play. I'm not the one to play with. I still know my self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people think, because I tatted my whole face and I'm on the internet and stuff like that. Let's be realistic. If I tatted my whole face and I wasn't on the internet, you don't think motherfuckers be looking at me crazy in the street? Hell yeah. This didn't just come because I was trying to be cool. This just didn't come because I was trying
It came
to.
with a lot of pain, to be honest. That's real.
And I still deal with it. If anything, I deal with it more than ever, bro. I started abusing crazy when I was 18 years old. Crazy amount, crazy. You know why? Because I didn't know how to grab the pen and start writing. But I knew it was in my head. I look at myself in the mirror every single day and I'd be like, man, I look like a star. But I wanted to idle my head. I wanted to numb myself. Right? Because I knew it was in me. I just didn't know how to grab the pen and start writing. It was a snap of the finger. I was ready. But the whole entire time I was still dealing with real life stuff, with trauma. I had so much trauma built up.
Yeah, I got a real question. When did you realize that you had to cut your past off in order to continue to go up? Because you know what I mean?
It's easy because
how hard? Because that shit is hard and very painful to do.
Look, it's easy because you start realizing that your past is not. It makes your story, but it doesn't make you. It just doesn't. As soon as you cut your past, you could always change. You could always level up. The thing about my past is it's like it wasn't getting me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So why am I gonna relive my past? Let me tell you something. I used to have all the homeboys.
No, I know you cut all your friends. Listen. This is how real you did. All the pain you went through just to understand what your friends,
I didn't cut off my friends.
I feel like you cut off everything. Your baby mama.
No, I didn't cut off my friends. Hold on, I'm gonna let you talk. I didn't cut off my friends. They cut me off. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, they do that to themselves too. That's a part of it. But yeah. I don't know if you ever selected, because there's some that you have to let go of that you're like, fuck, I'm past this. So there is some you had to have. I don't know if you did, but I have had to. And like down to your own baby mama, you're like, this isn't working. This is what I'm speaking of is McCartney. It's like, I'm past this. I've adulted from this. I need to get away from this toxicity. I deserve better. I know that was painful, and I'm not trying to bring negative to this. I'm not trolling. It's just a part of what advancing has to come with.
Okay, my first baby mama, when I went back with her, right? I was trying to make it work, and this is before this TikTok thing. I was trying to make it work. I never told her this, but there was relationship problems that kept happening.
Right.
But we were very close, right?
Right.
But I mentally checked out, and I never told her that. For a while.
I think it's safe to say, yeah, that's a fact.
For a while, I was mentally checked out, and I'll tell you why. It wasn't easy. You don't just mentally check out from someone that you love. It doesn't work like that. You know what happened? Unfortunately, I looked at the negative things of the individual, and I looked at the positive things of myself. And I seen the positive myself outweigh. There wasn't no positive there with her.
Damn.
So I started falling in love with myself. I started making my own bed in a different bed. I started being in a different room. I started isolating myself. Well, key point, isolation is very important, by the way, y'all. I want you guys to remember, once you start isolating yourself, that's when you start realizing, that's when you're being honest with yourself. And when you're being honest with yourself, you start realizing what the issues comes with that person and that life that you don't want. And the thing is that, do I see my future being like this? Or do I see my future being like this by myself? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a problem isolating themselves because they think that, isolation is going to make them more depressed, have more anxiety, more mental issues or whatnot. The thing is that if you don't love yourself and you're not down to be alone, then there's a big issue right there. Any successful person like 50 Cent can sit in the chair in a cell and can literally write a bunch of music better than he can if he was with his girl. And that's just me being realistic, So it just outweighed it. I just was mentally checked out. I fell in love with myself, and what happened months after, I blew up as an island boy. And the thing is that, you outgrow certain situations where it's like, the thing is like you can still care for them, especially if you have a kid with them. It ain't gonna cut it. It won't cut it because everybody's life path is different, dude. And especially if you're trying to make a life path that is completely higher or bigger, like dreams that you're trying to reach to the stars, than someone else. I can't be around someone if they're not trying to reach to the stars. I'm trying to reach to the stars. Show me your friends and I can tell you your future. Simple as that. Because as soon as you hang out with a group of people and they don't reach to the stars like how I do, that shows me where where you're gonna be. And I don't know if you know this, but every successful person, like let's say a bunch of billionaires get with each other, they only see each other once in a blue moon. They don't. They do gatherings for once a month, little billionaire gatherings, whatever. With that one guy that they say he sold his soul to the devil, they do gatherings once a month. But after that, they don't really. Billionaires don't really talk that much. Elon Musk has Asperger's. Mark Zuckerberg, you know what I'm saying? All of them, they don't even know how to socialize. They're socially awkward because you know why? Because they're too smart for their own self.
Yep.
They're way too smart for their own self.
It causes introvertedness because they're so inside of their head thinking and analyzing and knowing. It's like, fuck.
So, because like, let's be realistic. If Elon Musk was talking to you, there wouldn't really be much for y'all to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
It's
you don't
different languages.
like Kanye West said, you don't have the answers. You don't. Yeah. That was great when he said that.
No,
that was great when he said that. And to be honest, what happened? His career went higher. So, but that's just my part in taking, like the thing is like, look, check, I see you, you're living your life. And the thing is like, I wish I could live my life, for all I know, you probably have a better life than I do, but I want you to remember this. Look, and you can take it or you don't have to take it, but me and my brother, we grew up being party promoters. We used to be in parties all the time. We created the parties. We were making money by making parties, right? So with that being said, is that me and my brother, we were broke and we had this dream, and this is when we started like thinking like business wise. And we would go on Instagram and we would see our old homeboys that we weren't friends no more party it up every day and look like they're having a time of life. And I
find a way to collect from it.
Yeah, and I remember not even that. I remember I showed a video of my homeboy, right? Showing to my brother, and I'm like, yo, you see this man? You see this guy partying it up? This is gonna be cold, right? Hold on. I said, this is gonna be us in 3 years, right? And we're gonna be in a mansion. But in a mansion partying it up. We gonna do it. We're gonna be happy as fuck when we're doing it too, right? And then we're gonna get back to work. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what happened? We became friends with that guy that would party it up on the little Instagram stories that he was showing, and he was partying in our party. In our party. And guess what? Guess what? He had nothing to say. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you waste your whole entire life trying to party, what are you accomplishing? What's your congratulations? Because I know I party, but I don't party every day. I know I party, and when I party, I make sure it's because I'm happy over something. And I rarely even do it, even though for example, you feel me? I just got a nice house and stuff like that. You feel me? I'm not gonna party. I'm just not, because it's just like I've done it all. I've done the party thing. I've done the whole thing about it and stuff like that.
I respect that, but there's like a balance too. Like if everything is in a party, I keep a joy to my life. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, yeah, I'm on live. I'm kicking the bobo. I could have been negative with you. We actually parlayed and kicked, broke bread. But like honestly, like if not, I'd probably be, on Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg and hanging out with Lexi, or upstairs gambling with bros. You know what I'm saying? Like. In real life, it ain't about partying. It's about enjoying your vibe with the people around you. And I agree
with that. But the thing is, I don't want to be an unpleasant person because I'm very ambitious and I get very angry. Like how we were talking about, Alex has anger problems. I get very angry. I don't want to kick it with you if I ain't happy. And unfortunately, I'm not where I want to be at. Unfortunately, I'm not where I want to be at in life. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want to be the biggest Debbie Downer. But for example, we could be doing something fun, and I'm thinking about something else that is completely serious in my mission.
Yeah, that could bring the vibe down.
That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I don't had all the girls. I don't have all the money. I still have money. I did it all. I have all the cars. I have fast cars. I have all that. I don't drive fast on I-95 because I don't want to hurt myself, because I want to live, because I haven't completed my mission. I have kids. I could. I got people hitting me up all the time. Yo, you want to race? Oh, you got a fast car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't you drive it all the time? That's all I'm saying. So, you know, and the thing is, like, you got to start thinking for, like, what do you want out of your future? So then when my future, I can kick my feet up, and then I can, feel me, have all the, whatever, and have a good time with people that I enjoy being around. That's all I'm saying. You know? And that's just me dumbing it down in a way. If I was to say, if I want to enjoy it with other people, because I'm a lone wolf. You know, I don't care. I like being weird. Sap, there's the money gun, follow me back. I like being weird. I'm a loner.
So you're that introverted. You're that introverted.
And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't find any excitement of being around a bunch of folks that I don't know that like to party. I don't find excitement in that. I don't like that either. I don't like people that just like to just get drunk and just be BSing the entire night away. I don't like that either. But I do like. No, it's not that I don't like it. I don't find excitement. It's not. I don't.
No, I think it's super boring. I think it's super boring.